Okay, good morning guys. Welcome to day one of week 5 of the Guildford City Fitness live stream. So hope you all had a really good weekend. I mean, it looked like it based on all the feedback we got on social media, as always, from all the challenges that you've been doing. So please keep it up, keep them coming, and keep your comments coming through. So Demi's got my phone again because it just means that we can read out what you're putting in live. So if I have any silly games to play in the warm-up, you can punish me as much as you feel you have to. With that being said, we are on warm-up number 1. So you're going to start with dorsal pressing to sit back and then thread the needle, and then we'll do beam game at the end of that. So make sure your warm-up area is nice and clear. For the session, you are going to need a table in order to do incline press-ups and a bag to do bent over rows. Everything else, you're going to need a pillow for frog stands, but we'll get there when we get there. So dorsal pressing to sit back. Make sure you've got a drink nearby as well, and a parent if you're young enough and need the supervision. So 6 repetitions in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
We've got morning Jordan from Sam, morning from Pranas, morning from Charlie. That's 3.
Pranas, Charlie, and
Sam.
Sam. Sorry, Sam. My knees were clicking. I was thinking about that.
Morning from Gabriella, and morning from B.
Gabriella B. Hello, girls.
Morning Jordan from a slightly sleepy Hannah, and morning from Manon.
Hannah, Manon. Don't worry, Hannah. I'm a bit sleepy as well. You guys on 6 of those. You're going to go thread the needle straight into it.
Morning from Kira and Morgan. Morning Jordan. I hope you guys had a great weekend from Maddie.
My thread the needle's feeling pretty good, so actually, yeah, it was alright, Maddie. Thank you.
Morning from Clelia, morning from Scarlett, morning from Edith, morning from Ella.
Too many. Hello. Okay. So 6 on one side, everyone, and then go for 6 on the other. That's the side on view, but again, front on. If you do them against something, you should find it harder to cheat. So elbow up as high as you can, without leaning. That works. So once you've done that, you're going to go walkouts. So just try and make sure that you stay bent over the whole time. 6 of those. So down from here, basically you start there. Walk yourself out into a strong press-up plank, and walk yourself back in. Drive your belly button down towards the floor, and then out again. And at the top, make sure your knees are straight. So even if you feel that you're stretched out, keep them locked like that. Walk out again. Make sure you hit a unit. Oh, no, that's fine.
Morning from Scarlett and Michael. Morning from Grace.
Scarlett, Michael, Grace.
Morning
I don't have to read them out. You're reading them out.
I know.
Leg swings. It's an ego thing. So leg swings, everyone. So as always, make sure you keep your core locked tight. So I do it here without punting a table. That when you do that, this stays relatively straight. So it's 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to start cheating a little bit without meaning to, because of the last video. But if you guys are waking up, unless you've been out for a run already, you're going to start to know day to day if you feel different. So that then ties again into the performance videos you've been watching with Ellen and Kate about routines and motivations and checking your how you feel physically and mentally, side to side. To make sure your back stays straight.
Morning from Cara. Hope you had a nice weekend.
I did, Cara. Thank you for asking.
Hi from Robin and Jamie. Good morning from Manon and morning from Sophia.
Let us know as well what you did at the weekend. What did we do? I mean, a roast. Did some painting stuff with my daughter.
Yeah.
That was fun. Lots of driving.
Had a movie day.
And a movie day. Once you've done that, IYTWs, guys. So I kneel, but if you do it standing up, it's much better for you to think about your postural awareness. So if I do it here to start, into a strong streamline, trying to reach your shoulder blades. So behind, you do 1 into Y, pull your elbows in, into a T, But again, make sure all the movement is from the bottom part of your shoulder blade. So a lot of you are like are skinny enough that you'll be able to find it there. Make sure it's all through that. If you do it kneeling down, make sure your hips are up.
Morning from Harry.
And you go 2 seconds in each position. Good morning, Mr. Welsh. Hope you're feeling fantastic today. And don't forget, squeezing into W, setting that W is just as important as all the other ones, if not more. Because you're anchoring yourself in between. Then you've got a scat press up, and then we've got a couple of rounds of bean game. So, IYTWs, everything on the back, scat press up like we said, muscle on the front of your ribs. So get your serratus firing and woken up, ready to train. So that's your serratus. So I called it a weird finger-like muscle last week. Today it's serratus, and then at some point during the week, I'll ask you what it is, see if you remember. I'll come up with some sort of reward. 6 of those, and now time for the bean game. So, if you haven't already, get your comments coming in. Give you a little bit of time, grab a drink, and I'll play along. Don't look at me that way. You know what that face means? It means a minute of runner beans. Okay, if you're ready then guys, we're going to get going.
Morning from Nancy.
Hi Nancy. Any comments yet? Or are you going to start me off?
No, it takes a few minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I'll start off if you like.
Okay.
Or you
Be
can
balanced.
wait.
They have to join in 2, 3, 1, go.
String bean.
Uh,
Broad bean. Jumping bean. Baked bean. Broad bean. Baked bean. Baked bean. String bean.
it's a Toy Story, Andy's coming.
Runner bean. Broad bean. All of that was from Maddie.
Thanks Maddie.
Baked bean. Broad bean. String bean. Baked bean. String bean. Baked bean. Runner bean.
Stop. I just think you've all cottoned on that if you put a couple,
Yeah.
you get a couple. Saves us waiting.
Yeah, I like the sets that people are doing. The string bean, baked bean one is good.
2, 1, go.
Runner bean. Baked bean.
Relax.
Jumping bean.
Awful. Let's worry about the furniture.
Runner bean. Baked bean. String bean. Runner bean. Baked bean. String bean.
Who wrote that one?
Muller?
Huh?
The surname is Muller.
I still remember that.
Okay, ready? Jumping bean. Baked bean. Runner bean. Broad bean. String bean. From B.
From B. Thank you, B. 10 seconds.
Jumping bean. And runner bean.
Finish off on this one, guys.
Oh, that last one that you asked who it was from, that was from Cara.
Thank you, Cara. Hope you all appreciate your own inputs as much as I do. So, warm up done. Take a breather, get a drink. Get ready for part 1 of whole body strength. So 3 exercises, 45 on, 15 off for regs, county 2 sets, and just make sure you're paying attention to your sheets. So incline press ups, table for that. This makes it a bit easier. For more postural awareness, because you have to think about what your body looks like. Hips under. And I'll go through variations during the actual set. Bent over row, get your bag for it. Flat back position. Big squeeze at the top, slow down, and then squats. So very deliberately, up and down, hips below knees, straight back for 45 seconds. So we're gonna get going in about 15 seconds. Last chance for a drink, catch your breath, open a window if you need to. And then, hint, hint.
Sorry, I'm not awake today, guys.
Incline press up. Just means you guys did your job. Get me to play the bean game. Incline press ups then. Round one, part 1, 2, 1, let's go. So incline, they're actually meant to be easier, so hands sort of at the part. Still drop your elbows down towards your feet. As long as the table's stable, push against something that won't move.
Got morning from Savannah.
Hi Savannah.
She says, sorry, I'm a bit late.
Don't
No
worry about it.
worries.
That's why we film them. Okay, can't manage that, so halfway through, kneeling press up. For smaller ones, or belt. It should be the other way around. It's hard to demonstrate the belt on my own. So 3, 2, 1, relax. 15 off. Again, like we said, belt one, easy. Dressing your cord or something under your armpits. Do a normal push-up with someone holding you up.
We can demonstrate it tomorrow if you like.
Bend over row, yeah. So we'll go over it tomorrow for those that haven't seen it yet. 2, 1, bend over row. So big squeeze here, hard as you can. Down slow and relax. And pull. So almost that top position here. So for you guys, it's more about posture. But when you're here, those that have done pull-ups know what that position feels like, and you want to picture that there. So down slow, pull as hard as you can. So you're trying to pull your elbows back, but you can't because they're holding a bag. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, stop, and then you're into squats. So feet about hip width apart, toes out slightly. You're going to make sure that your knees are following them. So 3, 2, 1, go. So give you a couple of different views. You're going to make enough room for your hips to sink down between your feet. So you can do that. If you go too narrow, you'll get to a point and rock forward. Younger ones, you're probably mobile enough not to have to worry about these things, but one day you won't be. So that's why you need to know how you learned how to squat in the first place. As you get to the bottom, you then drive your feet into the floor and squeeze your hips like you're finishing a glute bridge. So big squeeze there. Hold the bottom. Up. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Well done. Round 1 done. So a little 30-second break. And feedback, questions, throw them in the comments, and we'll get back to you. But again, hopefully the incline, people should be starting to understand that it's easier to do, but harder in terms of your posture.
Apparently we forgot to put our bin out last night.
Someone just told you that in the comments.
No, everyone... Yeah, the
2,
comments are telling
1,
that.
go. Yeah, thanks guys. The biggest thing, and I said about posture, but elbows back. You want to make this muscle stronger. You've got to make sure your elbows go behind you. Your chest goes between your hands. And then push. Makes it easier to push because you wouldn't open a door like that. So you got another 10 seconds. 2, 1, relax. Bend over row. Grab your bag. If you fancy a bit more of a body awareness challenge and your bag weighs the right amount for you, you can try and do a single arm. So 3, 2, 1, go. So bend over like this. There. One arm. And down.
Oh, it's Yash's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, Yash. Hope you found some cool way of celebrating it. So, we'll do this for 20 seconds. And we'll switch. So from the side arm, you look exactly the same, but you're pulling with one arm and try not to rotate. You're just trying to feel your back muscles working there. Couple of seconds left. Other arms out in front, so you're aware of what your body's doing, and then stop. Squats again. Again, there are ways to make this a bit more challenging, but it's day one. So you might want to build yourself up gradually. 2, 1, go.
Yeah, sorry, Yash, your comments literally only just come through, but good morning, Jordan, from the birthday boy, Yash.
If anything, you would have been at school. Well, you probably do still have school today, Yash, but at least you're at home, which means you can celebrate for a bit longer. Hope you get spoiled. Make sure you're always moving. If you'll make it harder, I would do it this way rather than pick some crazy alternative to it. It's a very basic movement, so the more of them you do, the harder it will be. Hands just go wherever you want for balance. So stop there. Round 2 done. 30 seconds off. So yeah, if you have hands behind, you'll find all sorts of weird fancy names for squats, but they all do the same thing. So prisoner just means your hands are there. Zombie, your arms are out in front. But I quite like zombie because it helps you think about posture. So the other thing you could try and do, and I'm going to go through on round 3, is streamline squat. So over your head, but it means that you've got to think a lot harder about keeping this upright. You're back into incline push-ups. Make sure you've had a drink. We're going to go round 3 of part 1 in 2, 1, let's go. So for this round, I'm going to go with the really slow ones. Push-ups, so the pushing bit up gets easier. And again, the analogy I always give you is slow motion cartoon character falling off a cliff. Like, and then push up. The control. Make sure your shoulders stay over your wrists. Push. Last one. And then relax. Well done. 15 off. Bend over row. Again, I'm going single arm. In 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Body position, set up. It's always the same. The main thing is that you've got a little bit of bend in your knee. There's also something's karate chopped you in half. If your hips go backwards, you see my shoulders are in front of my toes. And you pull. But it's just my elbow moving. My elbow goes up to the ceiling. Feel a bit of a stretch in my hamstrings. A little bit longer. And swap. Other side. So the best way to check your setup is that you feel your hamstrings stretching. So even if you get back to here, compared to when I was up there, it's still a good movement. It's still very good for your back muscles, as long as you're not pulling from here. Stop there. Because again, I never swam, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be swimming like this. Or I hope you're not. Your coaches have some very strong words for me and for you. So we're on to squats again. Finish off the round in 2, 1, go. So if you go on a metronome, so 1 second up, 1 second down, like you did on the test during the week, you're always moving. Get a lot of reps done, not a lot of rest. So up, or you can do the slow controlled fall. or you can go streamline. So hands over your head. As you go down, you're trying to make sure that your wrists stay between your feet rather than squatting down and leaning forward like you've just done. 2, 1, relax. So it becomes a lot more challenging. If you want to try and make it even more challenging, try and do it in front of a door. Because if you start to fall, you'll knock into it rather than staying parallel. Something to play with, make sure you're supervised. Anyway, make sure you get a drink, but a minute and a half rest. And we're going into movement skills.
Gabriella's loving the session.
Glad to hear it, Gabriella. Table, you can get rid of this now. Just need space. Let me do this side even more. Right. Frog stands. I'm sure it's out of the way too. The frog stands is always supervision and padding. 45 seconds of that to start the movement skill section, and then Supermans and divers. With 20 seconds left. Divers again, just to remind you, it's a Superman for you guys. Hands and knees alternating from that to the other side. I'll show you variations. Divers, it's arabesque with your hands over your head. So here, into there, and back up. But for now it's frog stands. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're going to practice whichever variation is most comfortable for you. For me at the minute it's still this one. Hands on the floor, knees on the back of my arm. I'm trying to go higher up as time goes on. Just hold this position, push my hands down, and just concentrate on straight back. If you have to fall, try and control it down. 10 seconds left.
Tracy Finnan says that we love the squats. And
stop.
Hannah's definitely awake now, and she says happy birthday to Yash as well.
Very nice of you, Hannah. I think I'm starting to wake up too. Superman's next. So 3, 2, 1, go. So we've been over a couple of alternatives for this. So all the ones I want you to start playing around with this one. So feet are secure. Just try and go 1 foot off the floor. If you can get 1 foot off the floor, start trying to practice taking one hand off as well. And then switch. Smaller ones, just need you to concentrate on making sure nothing happens between your shoulder and your hip. For 15 seconds. Just go there. So lift your heel up, toes towards your head.
Emma Humphrey says, I love this.
Hand over your head. And relax. So good to have you with us, Emma. And then, I don't want to look. What was it? Don't have to look. Divers. So 20 seconds on each leg. So go single leg RDO. If you can nail that, put your hands over your head into streamline. And then bring them back and come out of the RDO. So 20 seconds isn't a lot of time to practice, but that's a good thing for when you're learning new skills. You don't want to spend ages doing it badly. Switch sides. So again, RDO, make sure you're happy with that. Then try and go overhead reach, back in, recover, and then stop there. So when you're learning new things, guys, it's better to do teeny tiny little bursts of doing it well. Like you're ticking off boxes, like tick, 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 tick. If you spend a minute trying it and falling over, you just learn how to try it and fall over, which doesn't improve you. So if you do one piece at a time, you go RDL and streamline. And then you go RDL into streamline as you move. So the final version of it obviously is reach and go overhead. If you're going to fall, Just try and slowly pull yourself back in so you're connecting the dots. And we're going to go back to frog stands in 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like where it's Yasha's birthday, you should get to pick an exercise for you to do at the end.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I'll do 1 minute of whatever you request at the end of the video. Okay. So here. So now my knees are dry, it's a bit easier. Ugh. Gonna change my hand position. You're gonna start thinking more about how you set your hands up if you want to improve it. So I think my hands are too far away from my head on that one. Ugh. And then leave it there for round 2. You might find that one day it works and other days it doesn't. So sometimes it's because you've developed the strength, and because you're stronger, your setup's a bit different. Superman's in 2, 1, go. Hair's a mess. Okay, so again, younger ones, if you can get this bit right, the main thing that I'll start to see is people are so keen and so mobile, they'll do this. And their foot goes up way too high, and they use their lower back. So all I'll do is I'll walk around and just like flat hand, get your heel in line with your hips, make sure that if you're wearing a belt, it can film the floor evenly. But that lower back component is way more important than anything else. Because again, it just means you're controlling this while your arms and legs do something else. And relax there. Into divers again. So again, this is why this is called a movement skill component, because you're just thinking about skills. It shouldn't feel like you're working mega hard. 2, 1, go. You know, like if you're doing lots of squats and lots of meters, you start to get out of breath and you'll start to burn and ache. This part of the session should feel more frustrating and like you're struggling to find positions, so that you're learning new stuff. Oh, time for one more, just about. Oh, and switch sides. So again, I'm probably rushing it compared to the pace you lot should be doing it, because you're trying to learn. The faster you do something, the less time your body has to try and connect those dots. So relax there. So if you do it quick, there's less time to make mistakes. And the slower it is, the more time you can build it up, so then you'll be able to do it every day. One more round then. So frog stands. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, some of you might find it's easier to go on forearm into a headstand. Just practice that overhead position. Just make sure you're pushing, so everything you do with your arms is active. You're driving them down. This has to build up all that strength around here.
So Sam thinks it'd be good to do divers on the blocks.
Wow. You wouldn't have any problems with coordination if you pull that off. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 3 seconds are done. Now you can relax. So Superman's. Bit of rest. Into Superman. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, if you want to make it a bit more challenging in terms of movement, you can go out and back in without touching the floor. So again, you're spending time, so wrist to knee. You're trying to get a lot of movement at your leg and hip, leg and arm, sorry, with no movement here. So swap over. So when you're doing this, so it's not very challenging in terms of what I'd call core strength, because you're not concentrating on holding that and squeezing. You've got 5 seconds left, but I works on what I call dynamic stability. So you think about when you swim, your arms and legs are moving, relax, but generally you want your trunk to move as one piece, or not move at all, so that you can push the water, and the more you can push the water, the more you'll go the right way. And then divers, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to break it down. If you need a wall, guys, use it. So you can get this bit right. So like really good solid straight leg position, hips are down, leg is straight. You want to go single arm overhead. Get that right. Slowly bring it out. Fix it, fight. And then start to slowly bring yourself back in. I'm going to switch sides. Because that, you spend more time thinking about the awkward positions as you go through them. So if this was a struggle, I'd wait, get it stable, brain and body have a conversation, figure that bit out, and then reach. So eventually, you should be able to do this without thinking. And that's how you learn new stuff anyway. So that's it. Round 3 of part 2 done. Big pat in the back. There's a lot of complex movement going on there, guys. So it's really important that you think about it. I'm sure you've all done a fantastic job of it. Which actually should make the cool down a bit more interesting for you. So if you haven't got a foam roller, make sure you're doing this this quad stretch. Like we said before, if you were lying on the floor, because it's not been an aerobic set, your breathing shouldn't be too hard. Here, and then try and get your knee off the ground by squeezing your hip. So like you're trying to finish a glute bridge, and switch sides.
Got thank you Jordan from Tegan.
You're welcome, Tegan.
Tara Oxley, thank you for the lovely session. Got a lot of thumbs up and hearts coming through as well.
Awesome.
And a few laughing emojis.
Well, I'm good for a laugh, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll keep banging on people about this one too. Make sure your heel stays behind your knee. So from there, you should have been able to see that I wasn't going out to the side, because it means you're pulling in that direction, so it hits your quad, which is what you want. Hamstring block stretch. So because of the divers, you should find this a bit easier. It's like you're on the blocks. Take your marks.
Thank you, Jordan. I really enjoyed this session from Maddie. Thank you, Jordan. A lot from Clelia. Thank you from Nancy. Thank you, Jordan, from Harry. Thank you, Jordan, from Scarlett and Michael.
Switch. All very welcome, guys. Switch feet. Again, I think each session's been at a point where you guys should have built up your fitness that we can now do. It's only because of the feedback you've given us that we know that we're confident changing the sessions the way we have.
Thank you from Hannah. Have a good day.
You too, Hannah. Make the most of it. Enjoy the weather.
Thank you for an amazing session today, Edith. Really enjoyed it.
Great way to start your day, Edith. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think a lot of you are going back to school today, aren't you? Virtual school.
Thank you from Manon. Thank you, Jordan, for a great session. Can't wait for the next one from Manon. Yash wants you to do a 1-minute plank, and he wants to do it with you.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do it together then, Yash.
Yeah.
What's after hamstring, guys? Oh, hip. Right. We'll do standing hip. I like standing hip.
Morning, all. Thanks, Jordan, and happy birthday, Yash. That's from the Brooks family.
That's the wrong one.
Thank you from Sam. Thank you from Gabriella.
Hang on. So right hip, guys, you go left foot over and then hip to the right. I'd say it out loud because they probably remembered it, but I forgot. So who was that from?
Gabriella.
Gabriella. Again, thanks as always for being here, Gabriella. Have a great day.
Thank you, Jordan. This has been helpful and fun. That's from the Humphreys. Thank you, Jordan, from Sophia. Thank you both very much. Great session as always. I really appreciate it, from Cara. You're more than welcome. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.
Yes, you will.
From Robin and Jamie.
Again, hope your elbow's better, Robin, but I'm assuming no news is good news. So if you have any other questions, and same to anyone else, if there's anything you think you would like to change about these sessions because you've got little niggles, just let us know, and I'll talk to you about it. Relax.
A good start to the new week. Thank you from Megan and Zach,
Lads.
and thank you from Lily Johnson.
So many thank yous.
I know.
Can they keep up with?
But those are always the ones that I can rely on at training as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using the door today, guys, because I feel like not everyone's going to be using the table. So the partner lat stretch, left hand up. So flat back, peeky boot through the arm. It's harder when the door handle's low. And I can just start 45 minutes playing. So normally, where I've tried to teach you all about how there's more to cool downs than just static stretching. You can do this. We always like kneel down and do this one and hold it. Now you've got the tools. I've given you enough to play with, to work on, to use the 45. So I'm going to do a right side now.
Thank you from Savannah.
So while I'm here and talking, I know I can shift my hips. I know I can try an angry cat by pushing my chest up. I know I can twist a little bit, different directions, and just trying to figure out which part of my lats is tight. Because again, if it's lower down, you might want to do some more bent iron and cross stuff. Just have a play. Especially, I actually enjoy the most when people say, I don't feel the stretch, because it means I've got to try and teach you. So hopefully you guys have now got a good month's worth of little tools you can use. Into chest. Sorry, who was that from? Well, I was talking.
That's right. From Savannah.
From Savannah. Okay. Thank you very much, Savannah. You're very welcome. And again, with the chest one, I just find it easier if I've got opposite foot to hand. So whatever hand's up, put the other foot forward. Sorry about the boring socks today, everyone. I'll have to dig out some more exciting ones.
I did say some of you would be disappointed.
Should come up with a line of merchandise, shouldn't I? Imagine that. Because then or the kids could design them. So
That would be cool.
if the kids could send in pictures, it doesn't work that way. Ugh. So basically, guys, so this one I just kneel down and use. So that's quite a high surface, but it still works just the same. It's just that I don't want to have my back to the camera. Oh, hey, you could probably make that work. If kids send in designs and drawings, you could probably get them we'll get them printed off the socks and I'll wear them at work.
That would be very cool.
But then judging by the cruelty I see in the warm-up games, it's just really weird stuff that I can walk around in public with.
Oh, you'd love wearing weird stuff like that.
Other things. Yeah, oh, okay, so ankles, neck, and hip. So as we start getting towards what we hope will be our return to training, we need to start thinking a little bit more specifically about the way we do the warm-ups and cool-downs. Everyone's getting mega athletic from doing this. We know that all the athleticism is going to help with starts and turns in a general sense, but there's some specific bits of mobility that we need you guys to also think about, especially with all the running you're doing. So the ones I'd look at are ankles, which I think you already know, and we did cover at the weekend. But 1 foot behind you. So if your left foot's back, turn your left heel out and your toes to the right. So from behind it looks like this. And you're just trying to push your shin down to the floor. So you feel a bit of a stretch here. Next, like we said, tall posture. Just rest your hand on your head and try and get, so right hand on left side of head, and try and get your left hand and left shoulder low for your neck, and just make sure you can still turn your head. So for you guys, see if I'm standing this way, belly button's there. Ugh, my nose is nowhere near. My nose should hopefully be over the middle of my shoulder. Does that be 90 degrees? No, it's like that much off. It's huge. It's just it's like an easy way for you to, if you sit against the wall even, go against the wall and get a parent to look how close you are.
I'm testing to see if I can do it now.
And C-march. So we put C-march in some of the warm-ups to begin with, but this, so I think breaststroke, again, all the ex-Cantier guys, I think everyone knows how to do it, but just remind yourselves, so if you do it as a march as well, all you're doing is making sure you stay nice and tall while the bottom of your foot, so if I go this way, the bottom of my foot should be you should be able to see it on the camera. Can you?
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you can, so if I do this, you can't see it. It just means that you're working on some of the muscles that help bring your knee up and out to the side at height, whilst keeping your knee low to begin with. So still general conditioning, but has a very specific use for you lot. Comment?
Yep, so I've just got, can I just mention how amazing you are for doing this every day during such a stressful time, and you moved house? From Lara Stone and Mummy.
Thank you, Laura and Mummy. It's to be fair, it's probably been a bit easier because I know a lot of people have been cooped up, so for us to have the chance to move and to do this. But again, it would be far more strenuous if you guys weren't engaging and coming back.
Yeah, it makes all the difference. Just the comments that you guys give and just getting involved makes such a big difference between the two videos that we do.
Yeah, so if we've been able to pull this off, it's completely because of you guys, so we really appreciate all the engagement you give. Okay.
Thank you for a great session from Pranas.
Pranas, there he is. Right, we'll give him Pranas. Before I forget, sports science support, performance support, sorry. So tonight you've got a talk at 6 o'clock on managing nutrition around the off-season. So obviously this isn't the off-season, but technically it kind of has been because you're not training and swimming. Younger ones, not such a massive concern in terms of performance, but in terms of managing your mood and staying happy and healthy while you're at school and whatnot, there'll be some cool stuff for you to look at. It's always just interesting. I'm quite nerdy like that anyway. 6 o'clock tonight live or YouTube channel afterwards. And make sure you're there. Make sure anyone you think has an interest might want to be there too, because there's off-season nutrition, something that any athlete's going to want to think about at some point. Right, I've procrastinated enough, Yash. Let's get this done. It's 1:45. So we'll do that and then I'll say my goodbyes. Gives people a chance for questions as well.
So thank you for an amazing session and a great couple of weeks from Grace.
You're welcome, Grace.
Stop procrastinating.
Oh, alright, Yash, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Birthday plank.
Would it be too mean if you had to sing happy birthday whilst doing that?
Mm-hmm. Got only 10 seconds.
You can sing it super fast. Over and over.
No, elbows into the ground. Feels to make it fair, Yash should put a 50 kilo weight on his back. Disclaimer, don't do that. It does get easier if you push your elbows down though. Squeeze your hips.
Yash is ready.
Huh?
Yash said he was ready,
Oh.
just as you were starting, so yeah.
I wonder if other people joined in. Let us know if you did.
Yeah. If anyone else did the birthday plank, let us know.
3, 2, 1.
And if it's anyone else's birthday during the videos, let us know, and they get to pick something for Jordan to do.
Relax. I might make them non-consecutive.
Yeah, suddenly it's everyone's birthday every day.
Yeah, every birthday. Right. I'm done. So if there's no other comments and questions,
Gabriella and Susanna say bye.
goodbye guys. Seeing stars. Leave it there. Make sure you watch the video tonight. Thanks for joining in from me, and then from all the staff at Guildford behind the scenes. Well, you all have a great day.
And happy birthday, Yash.
Happy birthday again, Yash.